Customer has a duplicate GMB listing. One has 50 reviews, the other with 0. The GMB with 0 reviews is ranking and the other is filtered. Will cause a big drop in visibility to delete the duplicate, or it just seems like he's looking to how to deal with that duplicate.
Did he say the duplicate's the one that's ranking, right, or showing?
He said the one with 0 reviews is the one that's ranking.
Which I'm assuming is the one he wants to get rid of. If it has the 0 reviews.
Yeah. So, I mean, the best way to do that would have been typically to call GMB and just have them merge them, but you can't call, so now you're going to have to use that form and just have them merge them. Just specify which one you want to keep, and in this case, I'd probably keep the one with 50 reviews, assuming they were good reviews. Even though the other one's ranking, once they merge, you'll lose that duplicate filter that was there. It most likely one was filtering the other one out. Possibly go back and maybe refresh some of your brand mentions, stuff like that. Make sure that all the info's good. Maybe refresh that. Maybe I don't think you would hurt your rankings that way if they merge. So
yeah, it's a touchy one. It's definitely one I would have just called into Google and take care of this for me. And yeah, now with that new form, I have no idea how that would play out. I'm willing to bet that you'll just be sitting for a long time
trying to get stuff done like that, getting things merged, and it was so much easier just to be able to call. But now the form will probably want screenshots of the CID URL and the maps listing, and man, that's going to be a pain in the butt. And then trying to explain it to them. But yeah, merging's the way to go there. I would personally probably keep the one with 50 reviews, even though the other is ranking. In my opinion, it's probably the weaker one is probably being filtered by the stronger one, just because it's duplicate. But once they're merged, you basically kind of gotten rid of that weaker one or the stronger one that's doing the filtering. So the filter should lift, and you might just have to refresh your mentions.
Do you know how that works with the CID? Do those get merged together then, or does it just literally take away the old one? And does it accredit it at all?
So it'll keep the CID for the one that you keep. That CID won't change. But if all the brand mentions were going to the other one and that one's gone,
does that document combine with the other? And
typically it would happen because if one was maybe originally existed, so that one got all the credit first, and then they developed a duplicate, it got all the reviews. So what it sounds like is one got all the reviews, one got all the brand mentions. And obviously the brand mentions and the links were stronger.
Makes sense.
And that was the one that was ranking. But if you get rid of it, you should be able to get those brand docs or mentions.
Yeah, I wonder how
I would imagine next time they crawl that they would assign them somewhere. I'm not sure exactly how that works at the back.
Do they 301 the old CID to the new one, or do you honestly never check that?
We talked about that before, didn't we?
Yeah.
It's an interesting question.
It is, yeah.
So I think it just brings up a 404 when you go to the one that gets merged. If you go to click through it.
Well, I think we talked more about if they associate the brand documents
with the new one.
So I guess that's kind of two different conversations.
I assumed if they 301 though, then that would be a for sure thing, because then they're forwarding anything that was going to that old listing.
I don't want to say for sure that it did go to 404, just because the vast majority of the time when we have to do anything with GMB, when it involved calling GMB, I wasn't one on the phone. It was Jessie or one of the GMB ladies, just because they got things done so much better than I could. So she would actually know that for sure, because she just handled all that stuff for me.